I was thinking about all my different crazy books from this Tiger Mom book to the triple package to, political tribes. And I think in a way, my whole life and a lot of my work is all very about different ways to turn being an outsider into a source of strength. I think that's how I've lived my life, and that's kind of the unifying theme. And even that is saying something that is kind of right wing, to want to be strong, to want to be proud. So I it also back on the freedom. Like,
But
it's so
why
fun
should
to
that
talk
be
to
right
you.
wing, Amy? Why should that be right wing? I mean, I don't
And
understand.
you go, oh, I, but that's what I mean by suffocating. Like I see people now. Somebody asked me, why did you retweet this person? You know, because I agreed. I thought it was a good thing. And but that does that mean that does that label you in a certain way? And I was like, I refuse to live my life that way.
Yeah,
Like it's like that is the most suffocating thing I can think of. That
because
you have
all
to,
they're
yeah,
thinking about is power, right? They're not thinking about truth. They're thinking, how would my connecting to this person affect my position in this power
oh,
structure in which, in fact, being super lefty puts you on the top, and not being super lefty puts you on the bottom.
and it
They don't want to
demotes,
lose.
yeah, and it demotes so many things that are I would think everybody would want to be like courage. What happened to the role of courage? You'll see the optimist keep popping up in me, Andrew, because I feel like human beings want to value courage, and they don't like cowardice, and yet the world we live in now is one that basically encourages cowardice. Don't stand up for your rights. Don't retweet somebody even if you agree with them because you might get tarred. Don't stand up for your friends. Denounce people that even were once good to you. And I just feel like people are going to just they're not going to be able to stand it anymore. A system that
Yeah.
just won't even valorize courage, or you call it individualism, guts, freedom, quirkiness, all those things. I think are at risk.
Eccentricity, joy,
Yes, yeah,
or accepting
independence.
that not everything in life is political.
Yes,
That the whole point of a liberal democracy is that it has a political sphere in which we adopt certain positions and roles, namely as a citizen without these identities. And then it also allows us to have a private life, a life of the
yes,
arts, a life of culture, of music, of play, of sex, of family that have nothing political in them. And this is another struggle because they want to turn every part of life into their totalitarian. It is a totalitarian mindset to make everything about power. You can't go to a concert anymore without counting the number of people of one race in the orchestra
right.
and not of the other, as if that is what the point of this thing is. You now go to a museum and you find that you can't just observe the beauty of a painting. You have to know that
Right.
it's a function of the time, of the oppression
Oh
of
my
this group
gosh.
and that group, and the sheer. It is as if the world is just about power and has no freedom in it at all.
Yes, and how about just comedy and literature and
Oh, yeah.
I've been using this term a lot because I'm a very unfiltered person. I've always been kind of proud of that. It's just me. It leads me to trouble sometimes, but that's who I am. But I've had to be apologizing for such a being such an unfiltered person, and but I think you're preaching to the choir.
I know I'm preaching to the choir. What depresses me, though, is I read something like the New York Times, which I used to really respect as a paper, and every single category of life, every arts, every culture section, even
Yeah,
every sports section, everything is about this stuff, and it's deliberate, and it's being imposed
yeah.
by these crazies that have taken control of these institutions and using fear and bullying and marginalization and social stigmatization, all the classic sort of Stasi techniques to intimidate human beings out of their own individuality. And that's I'm you've cheered me up, Amy. I need to be around more people who can. I mean, I do have friends that are like this, but to live publicly right now is to be assailed at all from
Oh my
all
gosh,
corners by this stuff.
it is,
And we have to.
and it's
Courage is a
demoralizing.
great word. Courage is a great word.
Yeah.
Let's. It's amazing also what individual courage can do, how it spreads. You can stand up and try and fight this shit because it's going to crush everybody in the end.